Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Ryan.
Welcome to this week's episode of Adventures and Mousecapades. This week, we've got Ryan back with us. He was down in Orlando recently with his kiddo attending a national college soccer ID camp. And what happens when Disney people end up near Orlando? They go to Disney parks because that's what you do. Not only did they get to spend some quality time in one of the best Disney parks in the business, Epcot, they also just happened to be in town for the premiere of the brand new Magic Kingdom nighttime parade, Disney Starlight. Of course, we could not let this opportunity to chat pass us by, so welcome again, Ryan.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. Can you remind our, glorious listeners? I'm just laying into our listeners all the time. They're just the best.
You are.
The very best people on the earth. Could you remind our listeners a little bit of your kind of Disney background? And we've cruised with you.
Yes.
And,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, been a big Disney nerd all my life. Grew up going to Disney World. Disneyland is nice, but my family always wanted to go to Disney World. Joined DVC in 2012 and been hitting the parks at least 2 times a year since then. Also got the cruise bug in like 2017. I've been cruising every year since, and got to enjoy the treasure with you guys earlier this year. That was a lot of fun.
That was a great trip. That was fantastic. Okay, so you were in town for an ID soccer camp. What is an ID camp?
Yeah, so for those who are interested in playing college soccer, ID camps are an opportunity for your kids to kind of show off to college coaches. So you'll see individual colleges offering them. A lot of times they'll also have them kind of regionally based. So last year my daughter did one in Bellevue, at Bellevue College, and there were about 6 kind of West Coast colleges that were there, including University of Oregon. Then coming out of that, she received an invitation to this national camp, which basically pulls kids from the different regional camps, if they want to this national camp. And so it was, there were about 10 college coaches there, including like Stanford and University of Colorado.
Oh, wow.
So it was a lot of fun. It was a great opportunity for her to be seen by college coaches, also to play with girls from all across the country, which was really awesome. She got to meet people from on the West Coast side because she was on the West teams. They kind of split the group into 4 different teams based on geographical locations.
Okay.
So she had girls from Oregon and New Mexico and Utah on her team. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
But in July, in Orlando, oh my gosh.
Yes, we did reflect on that a bit after the first morning by about 10 a.m. when it was 90 degrees with humidity. We were very thankful. Stetson University, where the camp was at, though, they had grass fields. So that was really nice. Turf fields would have been, 10 degrees or plus hotter.
Oh, sure.
So, yeah, that was good.
No. I mean, it's a great opportunity, but oh my gosh. Like,
yeah.
You thought being in the parks and just walking around and hitting, standing in lines were bad. Try playing soccer in that kind of heat.
Yeah, the joke we got from there were 2 coaches from universities in Florida. They kind of joked with us. It's like, yeah, you get used to it. And we're like, how long does it take to get used to?
Sure, you acclimate after a couple of months. I don't know how long it takes to acclimate.
I don't know. Too long.
Yeah.
Too long.
You guys got a chance to visit Epcot the first evening that you were in town, and there were 4 parks to choose from. Why did you pick Epcot?
So the reason we chose Epcot is we stayed at Boardwalk.
Okay.
So one of the things I think is great about doing a short trip to Disney is that if you have the benefit of being DVC, you can oftentimes get into one of the parks or one of the resorts that's near a park and not need to necessarily take the bus transportation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was super nice. So we, similar to what we do when we cruise, we try to get into, say, Boardwalk or Beach Club or Polynesian so that you're at least near a park, or if you're lucky to get into Boardwalk or Beach Club, you can be you can walk in distance to 2 parks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the primary reason. Also, my kid's favorite ride, hands down, is Guardians.
Okay.
So
Fair.
if you can quickly get to Guardians as soon as you get on ground and in property, that is key.
Absolutely. So, okay, you flew out and then went right to the parks, or at least went right to Epcot. Like, what rides did you hit?
So I had decided that because we wanted to get Guardians for sure, and there's no more virtual queue.
Yeah.
I did purchase the individual Lightning Lane.
Okay.
It was only $16, so I felt like that was a good steal. It was less than the 20 it sometimes can be.
Yes.
True. It's weird the math that Disney fans start doing to justify our life
No, we
choices.
do it all the time too.
Yes.
Like, oh, it's not that
This
bad.
today's a good day. It's only $16.
Yeah,
So we stopped at Boardwalk, literally just threw our bags in our room, hit the Boardwalk pizza window for a slice of pizza, and then went straight to our individual Lightning Lane for Guardians. So it was great.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. So it worked out well. I was you always get a little nervous flying into Orlando in the summer and in the afternoon. I was like, okay, how late can I book this Lightning Lane and guarantee that I'm going to get it?
Right.
So that was really good.
Were you able to book the Lightning Lane while you were like on the plane?
So because you're staying on property now, you can book individual Lightning Lanes 7 days out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. So that was it. We do have a disadvantage on the West Coast though, because that opens at 4 a.m. our time.
Yeah.
So I booked an individual Lightning Lane for the Thursday night we arrived at Epcot.
Right.
And then I went to get a Lightning Lane for Tron on Friday at Magic Kingdom. Then I was like, oh, I'll come back. I'll get back and maybe we'll do another Lightning Lane for Guardians on Friday as well. By the time I had tried to book like the third, like everything was sold out.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah. So you have to, if you're on the West Coast,
You have
Yeah.
to plan.
here's your reminder.
Yeah.
Early alarm.
It's just super early.
I did
morning.
it at 6:30 in the morning too. So
Yeah, details. It's okay.
We've done
You tried.
that before. More for what have we done? We've
I
done
think it was
super early stuff.
dining
for-
reservations.
Yeah, dining reservations.
That opened at like
Yeah.
8 o'clock or 7, or maybe it was 6 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, or it was in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And I remember we were like, no, we're going back to sleep after this. Because it wasn't like, if it was a 5 o'clock thing, I'd be like, I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this. Not that one. Okay, so Epcot's also, a good foodie park. You had a slice of pizza beforehand, but
yeah. So to be honest, we were a bit melancholy this trip because it's in between festival time. So Flower and Garden had just ended, I think, the week before, and Food and Wine, they've like pushed that back
pushed
now
it
to
out.
mid-August, I think.
yeah, it's back where it used to be.
Yeah, so like we walked in the parks and you see all the beautiful, little shops that they have, and they're all boarded up. And you're like, sad day. But we did, we would not be deterred, and we did go to France and go to the get some patisserie
Nice.
in the back, which is, and honestly, I think that is like the hidden gem of the French Pavilion.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Nobody, I mean, there's always a line, but I feel like if people actually knew how good the pastries and the sandwiches were back there, like it would be like down like all the way out to Chefs de France or something like that.
It is very good. We've done breakfast there a couple of times and are surprised that they don't open. It may change though. When we've gone, it doesn't open when the park opens. It's
totally.
It's like an hour later or half hour later or something. But we're like, nope, we need our croissant.
Yeah. Yes. Well, or in your case, Ryan, you just drown your sorrows in a baguette.
Yes, yeah. So we
baguettes
had
are so
we had the Napoleon and like the French like fruit custard, tart, and it was so good.
I should have had lunch before we. Oops.
Did you guys stay around for the fireworks and projection show that evening?
So we saw part of it. It was actually pretty crowded at the park that day. So by the time we had gotten our food and we were kind of walking out of the French Pavilion, there wasn't a lot of space to see it. So we caught about half of it on the bridge that goes between France and the UK pavilion.
Yes.
It's funny. We were actually talking about how divisive, Harmonious was,
Yeah.
and how everybody seems to love the new show.
Yes, it is
Luminous.
Luminous.
Luminous. The Symphony of Us.
Yes.
TM.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of the show?
So we liked Harmonious and
Yeah.
we like Luminous. I think the music might be just a bit better with Luminous, but it's not like distinctly different. It feels like everyone just hated the barges.
Right. I was just about to say that. Like, I don't.
Yes.
I liked Harmonious. I hated the barges.
Yeah.
Like, I can.
No, I loved Harmonious because it took songs that everybody knew, but they were in different languages for the different cultures, and I absolutely loved that Disney did that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not. I don't want to dog on Harmonious.
I liked it.
It was a great show,
And
except during the day you could see those stupid black eyesores all over the
floating tacos.
Yes.
the floating top. Yes.
Well,
exactly.
it's so funny because we were, my daughter and I were joking because it's like, the Luminous has barges.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just they're just a low profile, old school
Right.
barges that they had before Harmonious.
Right.
And there used to be a big freaking globe in the middle of the place too. I forget what that was for. Shame
Illuminations.
On me. Yes, for illuminations. Shame on me not
But
knowing
it wasn't
the name.
it wasn't there all day though, right?
That's,
so like they
that's
rolled
right.
it out,
They floated
like
it out
4
like the
PM
other
or
ones. Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And they take the barges away for Luminous, right?
No, they stay there all day.
Do they?
Yeah,
There's
but they're-
parts of it that come
yeah.
in and go away.
But there's parts of it that is definitely there, but they're all low profile.
Yeah, they're
So
low.
similar to the old school ones that they had for Illuminations.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see them as much, and I think everyone's just like, oh, it's such an eyesore.
Well, anything's better than what the was it, the tacos?
Floating tacos.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Fair
I mean,
enough.
really, but how many pictures did you guys take going across the World Showcase?
I mean, we definitely took some. My favorite picture is from the gates there over in Japan,
Yeah, that's true.
and that was not a good look.
True.
with the tacos behind
the
it.
floating tacos did not work very well.
No,
with that.
no. Okay, so you made a quick stop the next day at both Epcot and Magic Kingdom before you went to soccer camp.
We did. Yeah. And we got breakfast too.
I mean,
That's a busy morning.
that's
Yeah.
and then Bryn went to go play soccer.
So thankfully there wasn't any games on Friday. So
Okay.
we got up at Boardwalk, and it's so funny because, like I said earlier, it's great to be in such a close hotel or villa, but you wake up and you realize you're checking out. You've only been in the room for like 12 hours, and you're like, oh, this is such a nice room. I could have spent like more time here.
Oh well.
Oh well, I guess we'll come back. And then we hit up Trattoria for breakfast at Boardwalk.
Excellent.
It's been one of our favorite restaurants for breakfast.
Yeah.
Been hit or miss like probably the last 2 or 3 times we've been there, honestly, but still a great option, especially if you want to do breakfast before you rope drop, because you can, and you don't even need to be staying at Boardwalk. Think about it. You can like get a 7 a.m. reservation there, and just Uber over from wherever you're at, and then you have breakfast and then go rope drop Epcot in the back and hit up Ratatouille.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Speaking like a true Disney pro there, Ryan.
not that I've ever done that.
No,
Ever. No, never.
That's not the voice of experience you hear.
Yeah, so hit Epcot and then took the monorail over to Magic Kingdom, and got to go on Tron, which is always a blast. I think people talk bad about it for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's our probably second favorite ride after Guardians.
I really like Tron. I would love Tron if the ride was 30 to 45 seconds longer.
So you want to hear my hot take on this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I rode Tron in Shanghai. So I guess the OG Tron, right? Which is it's a clone. So it's exactly the same between Shanghai and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
If Disney had flipped the order and opened Tron first, like they originally intended at Magic Kingdom and Guardians second, I don't think anyone would say anything about Tron. Because Guardians is so long.
Yeah.
From a ride standpoint, I think it's almost 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tron is much more of a traditional launch coaster, just like Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yes.
So everyone, I think, in their minds, everyone is comparing Tron to Guardians.
Yeah. That's a
And
good
so
point.
they're thinking, oh my gosh, I've waited so long and this is such a short ride.
Yeah.
Whereas if they had opened Tron first and then Guardians second, I think Tron would get less kind of, derogatory comments
Yeah.
about, oh, this is so short.
Yeah.
That makes sense because you talking about Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster is really short as well. I mean, just remembering
Yeah.
going on that ride. I don't know how much longer or how much shorter it is than Tron, though. I'm guessing they're pretty close.
I'm guessing they're pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, right, it's...
Yeah. I don't know.
'Cause
We
Rock-
could look it up on the rectangle of knowledge,
Yes.
but I'm not interested. So
But yeah, I mean, it's because they're both launch coasters,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
you hit Tron. Anything else over in Magic Kingdom?
we also hit Jungle Cruise and
Excellent.
Pirates.
Perfect.
May I recommend anyone who goes to the parks in July, definitely sprinkle in some indoor rides with AC. Pirates was like the most glorious experience I think I've ever had on that ride. It's like you just because Pirates is always great because it's cool, but like
Sure.
transitioning from like what feels like probably 100 degrees into Pirates is like,
and that
this
has
feels so good.
that has a nice indoor queue too.
Yes, yeah,
Like,
super long
once
indoor
you go
queue.
under the entrance area, it's nice and cool.
Yes.
Yep. I was hoping I could see a peek of the new bar that's going to be opening up over there,
Yeah.
but all the walls were still up.
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay. Soon.
Yes.
I did try to. We did have a little bit of time before our Tron lightning links. I did pop for that as well. Sheepishly, as I say that. I did try to go to the DVC Lounge at Magic Kingdom.
yeah.
Because I've heard that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, there were like 20 families on the wait list ahead
my
of us at
goodness.
noon. So like, probably not gonna.
I've heard
get
it's
into
like
that one.
that. I've heard it's like that.
I'm sure eventually it'll die down, but it's still the bright and shiny right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that when they were first designing it and saying where it was going and how, we saw, I think some of the artist rendering is like, that's really small. Like it's not like what they have over at Epcot where that DVC lounge is really big and you can get a ton of people over there. This is the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So,
smaller. Well, you'll just have to go back and try again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going back in November, so I
There
can
you
keep
go.
my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe just a pro tip I just need to give myself is to rope drop the DVC lounge as well.
Yeah, that's actually what I've heard for that one is get your name on there or be prepared to wait.
Wow.
Wait, now the wait lists do come through because people don't
Right.
stick around.
Right,
So
yeah.
Well, at least hopefully. Well, they're paying a lot of money to be in that park. Hopefully they didn't, drop $150 or to $200 just to sit in a lounge all day.
Unless it's a, annual pass or something.
True. Okay, so $1,400.
There you
to
go.
sit-
Yep. Just sit and wait. I mean, hey, we've done that, but that's okay.
All right, we've buried the lead long enough. After the weekend camp at soccer camp, you came back to Disney World and got to see the premiere of the Magic Kingdom's new nighttime parade called Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away. Was that just sheer dumb luck, or did you know about that first night happening?
100% sheer dumb luck. I would love to say that we knew about it really in advance, but I think I realized it about a week before we left.
Okay.
I think they had announced the official premiere
Right.
a couple weeks ago, and then I was like, wait, what? Because they I saw it in some TikTok or something. I was like, wait, what is that? We're gonna be there. That's gonna be the day we're coming back to Disney. This is gonna be epic.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
It runs twice a night at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Which one did you see?
So we did the 11 p.m.
Okay.
So we and it actually worked out really well for us because we came back. We were staying at Yacht Club this time, which was awesome. Got to do Stormalong Bay in the afternoon. This is the first time I've done a pool in a long time, but you got to jump in the pool if you're at Stormalong Bay for sure.
Of course.
And then we did dinner at Tempanito.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So that was a lot of fun, and hit Guardians again. And then, I knew that the 9 p.m. parade was going to be insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so we decided, hey, assuming weather was going to be good, we're going to hit the 11 p.m. parade.
Yeah.
And so, we left Epcot right as Luminous was kind of, starting up and hopped the monorail, and then ended up over at Magic Kingdom probably about 9:40. And so by that point, the parade, for the 9 p.m. parade, it starts in Frontierland and runs to Main Street.
Okay.
And it had just wrapped up as we were kind of pulling in from the monorail from TTC.
Okay.
So you could see all the people kind of streaming out of the parks and everything.
Yeah.
So, and then the 11 p.m. parade starts at Main Street and then goes to Frontierland.
Sure.
So, for those who haven't been at a Disney park for a parade that runs twice, which we haven't been since the last time the night parade was in there, which I think we looked up was like 2017, 2018.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure which way I was going to go when we got there, but the first cast member we said, it's like, oh, I think it goes from Main Street to Frontierland. I was like, oh, that wasn't very confident.
Yeah.
So we asked the second cast member.
Yeah.
And they confirmed that it does start in Main Street for
Yeah.
the 11 p.m. parade. But I mean, at 9:40, when we walked into the park, there were people sitting down on Main Street.
Wow.
So these were people maybe they'd watched the 9 p.m. parade too.
Right.
They were definitely going to sit on Main Street for a good hour plus
Yeah.
to catch the parade.
Well, fireworks are at 10?
They were at 10. Yeah.
Okay. So you're getting more than just,
Yeah.
there's more going on there. But so Disney describes this new parade as a shimmering processional inspired by the classic Main Street Electrical Parade, and says it's a star-kissed constellation of Disney dreams brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy. That's a lot of words, but
I was going to say I didn't realize that was the description that Disney gave it.
oh
Wow.
yeah. Truthfully, the parade looks incredible from what we've seen online. What were your first impressions?
So I would say I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I had not seen anything about the parade. I think I maybe saw one piece of concept art.
Okay.
And I think that was for the Wish float.
Okay.
Yeah. With the new princess from Wish.
Yep.
So I really didn't know what to think. I had vague memories of like Spectro Magic and the Electric Light Parade.
Yeah.
The first thing, so we decided to view it in Frontierland, and so we were kind of near where the old shooting gallery was.
Yep.
And one of the intersections that you can cut between Frontierland and Adventureland. So you could see the parade was going to come like through Liberty Square and then basically turn down to go through Frontierland. And so we could see where that turn was going to happen.
Yeah.
And the very first float that comes down is the Blue Fairy float. And when we saw it, I kid you not, my jaw dropped. My daughter's jaw dropped. She turned to me with her jaw still like open.
Yeah.
And we were just both like, whoa. I mean, because this float is massive.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of times when you think of like Disney parades, you think of really big, like long floats.
Yeah.
This is tall.
Yeah.
I mean, easily 20 plus feet tall.
Wow.
And the Blue Fairy is at the top of that.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an amazing way to kick off a parade. Definitely set the tone, I think, with all those, putting all those words into action.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so it was definitely a very like cool opening sequence that they did for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a minute and just list all the floats because there's a fair amount of them. It starts off, like you said, with the Blue Fairy looking like she's flying through the night, spreading magic all around. The next float is the Wish float with Asha and Valentino, the little goat dude. After that is the Encanto float, has Mirabelle, Isabella, and Bruno. Then we have a Frozen float, which is Elsa on it. Just Elsa, right?
Yes. It was
just
Elsa.
Elsa.
Yep.
Then we have a Royal Princesses float. It has Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Belle, Tiana, and friends. So the princes that go along with all the princesses. Followed by the Coco float, which has Miguel, Dante, and a giant Pepita, which is that, what does they call them? The abrejos or the spirit animals?
Yes, it's the giant cat.
The
with
giant
wings.
cat with the wings.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks like a multicolored panther
Yes.
or
Yes.
something with wings.
Next float is the Moana float. It has Moana and Pua and Hey Hey, followed by the Peter Pan float with Peter and Wendy, and Tinkerbell is leading the way. And the grand finale train float is Goofy, Pluto, Donald, Daisy, Snow White and Dopey, Rapunzel and Flynn, Aladdin and Jasmine, and Mickey and Minnie. That's a lot of floats.
That's a lot of floats.
It was.
Did you have a favorite?
Oh man. So I think honestly, like I would say the ones that really stood out was the Moana float. Was probably one of the first ones that would kind of popped out in my head because the front of the float has the grandmother
Grammatala.
Grammatala's in her manta ray
Oh,
form.
that's so cool. Yeah.
And so that was really cool. And then the wish float was really neat too because they the blue fairy float I think kind of sets the tone for the parade. I think that the wish float with Asha and they have like some cool LED synchronization happening. I think kind of brings to light the whole like idea of starlight and wishing on stars and everything like that. So that was really neat. But I mean every float in the parade is so well done.
Yeah.
And everyone has kind of little details in it that I think are really cool. Like the last float, which is all the characters, including like a couple of the princesses.
Yeah.
Flynn Rider and Rapunzel are on it, and they have the lantern, like one of the lit up lanterns.
Oh, wow.
So that was really cool to kind of see them like have for sure.
Yeah. What did you think of the music?
So I thought the music was really good. They sprinkle in a little bit of the old school Electric Light Parade music in there.
Nice.
It was so funny when it was happening. I kept hearing the riffs of it through through the show, and I was like, "What? Why do I know that? Why do I know that music?" And so when I got back to our hotel, I was like, "Oh, okay, they did sprinkle some of the they worked it in really well." And so if you've seen Spectrum Magic or you've seen the Electric Light Parade, you'll kind of hear the jingle throughout, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Very neat.
Did you happen to get the new special popcorn inspired by the Disney Starlight Parade?
We did not. There was apparently special popcorn and special pins that we missed out on. And so I was a bit bummed by that. But we did get a pretty cool photo. The photo pass people were out in force. I'm not sure if they're going to do this with every parade, but I saw more photo pass people like kind of along a single area than I've ever seen. And they had, one of those signboards with the name of the parade on it that you could hold and take a picture.
That's awesome.
And it had a little bit of Disney magic in the picture when you got it. Like your picture was kind of outlined with the blue fairy and stuff. So that was really cute.
Neat.
So yeah, it's like probably like 30 photo pass people like along the Frontierland part of the route.
Wow. Just back there.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's a lot. That's great.
A lot. Yeah.
There's no way they're committing to that kind of staffing for every night.
No, I'm guessing it was for opening night.
That was for opening,
Because there had to be a crap ton of content creators
Oh,
there.
oh,
I saw. It was so funny because when we were looking for our initial spot, it was still probably because the parade starts on Main Street, so it doesn't get to Frontierland till like 10, and it was probably like 11:20 by the time it turned that corner.
Yeah.
But there were already people lined up in Frontierland, and like pretty much they were all content creators. They had their boom mics. They had I don't know. I mean, they weren't selfie sticks, so I guess that you can bring in like a full tripod and everything.
Yeah.
So they were all lined up to get their perfect shot for
Yeah.
whatever content
Yeah.
they were planning to make or create.
I want to circle back to the popcorn just for a second.
I figure you were gonna.
Okay. So in true Disney fashion, they describe this as a star-kissed mix. Sure, whatever. Y'all, it's bubble gum and blue raspberry candied popcorn with chocolate M&Ms, mini marshmallows, and a white chocolate drizzle. What?
It's pink and blue.
Okay, but have you been to the confectionaries make your own popcorn thing at Magic Kingdom?
I have. I haven't made my own, but I've seen it.
Oh yeah, so
have you ever seen it?
We've done that. It's amazing.
I'm just the old guy sitting on my porch, but popcorn's supposed to be yellow and slightly buttery and salty.
No.
sweet mixes
You
too.
are missing out, Nathan.
Okay, I'm missing out.
Yeah.
Like I don't like kettle corn either. So
I will mix M&Ms with my popcorn occasionally. I like the salty and sweet mix. Yeah.
sorry, that's just not me.
I mean,
Old
if
fuddy-duddy.
they can make that, if they can mass produce that popcorn the way that you can make your own popcorn at the confectionery, it's got potential.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
No,
Tell you what, next time we go, we'll go with the confectionery. With Caitlin has to be with us though, because she likes sweet popcorn too,
Okay.
and we'll do a mix.
I
You can watch the mix. You probably won't partake in it. But.
was gonna say I can't wait, but I can wait. I can absolutely wait for that.
All right. Lastly, you swung by Hollywood Studios the next day before heading to the airport. What was on your hit list there?
so we really didn't have anything like planned out.
Yeah.
We ended up sleeping in a bit, as you could imagine, after my daughter had a soccer match on that Sunday, and then we drove back to the parks and everything. So we didn't actually roll out of Yacht Club until like almost 11. So we did not accomplish our rope dropping goals that day. So we just went over to kind of see what was going on. So we initially tried to hit Tower of Terror. It was only a 30-minute wait, which sounded great, but then half the elevators went down, and it went to 100 minutes. And we're like, we were standing, in that outdoor queuing area in the sun, and you just feel the, all the heat sink into you, and it's like, okay, let's go find something else. So hit Star Tours, classic.
Yeah.
10-minute wait, lots of great AC once again.
Yep.
Got to hit that AC. And then we decided we saw that Toy Story Mania was down.
Yeah.
We're like, let's go like hang out by Toy Story Mania and see if it comes back up. And after waiting for about 5 minutes outside Toy Story Mania, we got, they opened it back up. So walk on at like 12:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Only happens if you're smart and you kind of wait it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that was our play the last time we were in parks with you guys.
Web slingers.
Was Web Slingers. We had seen you and you guys were trying to get on and it kept going down. And we're like, well, we'll just head that way. And I think you all had given up. And then we waited for maybe 10 minutes. And then, well, it's the games we play.
Yeah. And then we realized that the new Villain stage show had opened.
Yeah.
Because we had totally forgotten about that. And so we walked over to the Villain stage show and caught that, which is, it's a bit out of the way. So if you don't know where it is, you probably wouldn't find it on your own.
Yeah.
Because all the way tucked behind, basically almost behind Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror.
Yep.
But
So this is Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. It includes Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent. They evicted Lightning McQueen and took over the theater there next to Rock and Roller Coaster. What'd you think of the show?
I thought it was great. I really had no concept of what it was going to be coming in.
Yeah.
All I had seen was, they were doing this new show. It runs every 30 minutes, which is actually a pretty.
That's a lot.
That's a lot for a live stage show.
Yeah.
But it was great. It's basically like emceed by the magic mirror from the Evil Queen, and
Nice.
they have all the villains kind of behind mirrors, and then Maleficent, Captain Hook, and Cruella break through the mirrors because they're all trying to convince the audience who was most unjustly, unfairly, talked about and misunderstood.
Sure. They're all misunderstood.
Maleficent, definitely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, her name doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, how long was the show then?
It was 20 minutes.
Wow.
That is a very fast turnaround.
Yeah. So I was actually super surprised because I saw that it was every 30 minutes, which was great because I was like, oh, this is we probably can't get into the first show we go to.
Right.
So I was like, awesome. So we're not have to wait too long. But we walked in at it was 1:20.
Okay.
And the show was just getting out. And I was like, oh, wow. And I'm like, how are we going to... But yeah, they have it down to like a science. I mean, it's Disney, so I shouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got everybody out of the theater. Everybody sat, and the show started maybe 10 seconds late.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Did they keep the bench seating from when it was?
No, it's now individual seats.
Okay. Wow. So you've got individual seats and they're able to turn that whole place around in 10 minutes. That's impressive. I mean, that is the kind of efficiency of Disney of how to do crowd control and move people around. That's impressive.
Yeah, I was super impressed with how quickly we went from being in the outdoor queue to being in the building and in our seats.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty big theater if you haven't been there. I mean, it's not small.
Yeah.
So
we've been there with when it was still Lightning.
Yeah.
We haven't been there for Unfairly ever after yet, but
No, it wasn't open last time we were there.
no. So next time we're there.
When are we there? June. Yeah.
June. Oh,
No, we're not going to see it.
at some point we'll see
At
it.
some point we will see it. Yeah.
well, hopefully it's still there because you never know with stage shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
I mean,
true.
Yeah.
Very
But
true.
yeah, I think that I don't know if it's the novelty or whatever, but it was a full house.
Nice.
Yeah. So and definitely, the pacing was great again. And
Yeah.
we walked out of there saying like, hey, can't wait to come back in November and see it with the family.
That's
The
awesome.
full family. So yeah.
Fantastic. Any other highlights from the trip we haven't talked about?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. I think if you're gonna do just kind of 1 or 2 days in the parks bookending, it's obviously having an annual pass or being DVC is a huge benefit because you can get those perks. If you're gonna do it, with like a hard ticket, definitely put a plan together would be the only thing I say because while the crowds weren't as bad as I thought, because I think kind of Disney's kind of level loaded their crowds now pretty much. It's still rides were still anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes at most of the parks. So you have to kind of have a plan to get done.
Yep. You guys did so much.
Yeah.
On top of like you didn't have a lot of shoulder time in before and after the soccer tournament or the soccer camp, plus the whole soccer camp. Like I'm imagining your daughter just collapsed and slept like ever since you've been back and probably on the plane ride too. Like
Yeah. We definitely I basically told her like, this is your your bonus part of the trip because of what you what you did and how hard you worked. So we'll go for as little or as long as you want. And I think that Disney kids find a way to rally.
Yeah.
I think because I asked her several times, okay, you sure you want to stay up till 11 and go to the parade? And she's like, oh yeah, no, we're going. I'm like, okay. And so, but yeah, I think she is fully back in teenager mode now. I think she slept till noon today. So definitely still recovering probably.
Excellent. Well, we were going to have Bryn here, but she's a little under the weather. She's got lost her voice this morning when she woke up. So it doesn't, unfortunately, doesn't work well with the podcast. So
No. Hard to mime.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we'll have Bryn on again for sure.
So what's next?
So next is we do our annual November trip to Disney World. So we always do Thanksgiving down at Disney with friends and my mom. And then we're coming up on our final payment for the Christmas cruise on the Treasure. Which is going to be exciting. We've never done any kind of special cruise on Disney Cruise Lines.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so super excited. We generally cruise in February, but realized that we had some conflicts with soccer and other stuff in 2026. So it's like, okay, well, how are we going to make this work? It's like, kids are old enough to, be away from the house for Christmas. How about a Christmas cruise? So
There you go.
excited for that.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
We love the Christmas cruises, and we'll be very interested to hear how the Treasure does a Christmas cruise.
Yeah.
Like, is there going to be a gingerbread house, or what's the Christmas tree going to look like? Yeah, we will have to have you all back on afterwards.
For sure.
What kind of mischief do coriander and sage get up to?
Yeah.
I know, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
That'll be
It's going to be exciting.
okay. Now I'm jealous. Hey, can we? No, we can't. Never mind.
No, we've got something in November. Sorry.
That's true.
There might still be space. Come on.
Our dance card is full.
We've got so many things planned right now.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, thanks again for coming on. We'll have you back.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Excellent. Well, remember, we're not affiliated with Disney or their subsidiaries. These are personal opinions and suggestions based on our own experiences. We recommend working with a travel agent or contacting Disney directly to plan your perfect vacation.
If you have any questions or suggestions or would like to be interviewed on our show to share your own Disney experiences, please send an email to podcast@ourmousecapades.com.
Go ahead and follow us on social media. We're at Our Mousecapades. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and YouTube.
Please give us a rating and review in your podcast app. It really helps people to find us.
And of course, don't hesitate to share us with your friends and fellow Disney lovers of all ages.
Thank you for listening. We'll be in your ears next week.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.